was 14 years old. I was severely depressed and struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder. My parents were recommended to send me there. They were promised that I would be safe and that I would receive therapy to help me overcome that trauma. It became clear very quickly that what was advertised was not at all what was happening behind those walls.
It's just something that's so traumatic that you just don't even want to think it's real, and it's something that I blocked from my memory.
Provo Canyon School, I would best describe as a behavioral modification center. They take kids for anything from eating disorders to ADHD to serious mental health issues. I had like a little punk haircut, so they shaved my head to strip me of that identity. I didn't want to wake up one morning, so I was dragged off and left in isolation, which was basically this small cement cell. I was left in that isolation cell and shot up with sedatives and antipsychotics. There has been a long history of recorded abuse with the use of seclusion, physical violence, sexual abuse.
Middle school, I really started getting depressed, and I was just hanging out with people that I shouldn't have been. I was experimenting with a lot of different drugs, and I wasn't going to school. Had a horrible relationship with both my parents, and they were scared for my safety. I went to a residential treatment program in Utah. It was very emotionally abusive there. I could not do anything alone, could not think alone. Like, I just had to submit and comply and do what they wanted me to do. Our privileges, like our ability to talk, what we could eat, and everything was based on a point system. So more points meant you had your privileges, less points meant you didn't. They take away your communication with your family. I didn't talk to my mom. When I did get to talk to her, I immediately started crying, and they hung up the phone and took away my privileges to talk to her.
If you tried to tell your family what was going on, the staff are always on the phone call, and they would just hang it up, and you would be punished immediately, and your parents would be told that you were just lying to get out of the program. I was lucky that I finally got a moment alone with my mom when she came to visit. I was able to tell her about a lot of the things that were happening, and she got me out immediately. Breaking Code Silence is a social movement organized by survivors of institutional child abuse in the troubled teen industry, aimed at raising awareness of the problems that happen in the industry. If we could only get everyone to speak at once, we would finally be heard by the public. Once the public could understand how big the problem is and how prevalent it is, that there would be a call for change.
It's really been helpful to just see a whole community coming together, and there's finally people that we can all relate to.
A lot of the things that I struggled with when I was younger, that has vastly gone away. And I think that's because I was able to take ownership of the trauma and work on it and help others with it. This is #OurStories. What's yours?